So we derived the general equation, right? So in the previous lecture, we derived the general equations for wave. So which are, as I just told you, del square E bar is equal to gamma square E bar, right? And del square H bar is equal to gamma square, right? H bar. Okay. So these are the two expressions, right? That okay, are called as the wave equations because, right, these two represent electric field and magnetic field as, right, a set of two waves, one wave in forward direction, other wave in reverse direction. Okay, so we are these basically, when we solve, these are second order differential equations. When we solve them, we will get two components. One component is a forward wave, other component is a reverse wave. Okay, hence we call these two equations as, right, the wave equations. You can observe that these equations are similar to the ones that we derived in transmission lines. Okay, so transmission lines also we have derived the similar kind of expressions. Okay, so that's why we say even transmission lines also carries the EM waves, right? The electric field and the magnetic field. Okay, we derived for current and voltage there. Here we have electric field and magnetic field. Okay, so similar expressions. If I remember, del square V is equal to gamma square V and del square I is equal to gamma square I. Okay, so similar kind of expressions, right? Okay, that's why we use transmission lines, or also nothing but they are bounded media. Okay, transmission lines are bounded media because the surface is bounded, whereas here what we are discussing is, we are discussing about unbounded media. Okay, so the medium is not limited, so therefore we get field. Okay, so therefore we are getting field, right? Field, electric field and magnetic field, because the region, the spreading, right, the because of the forces are getting spread, whereas in transmission lines the forces are limited within the conductors itself. Therefore we study the properties in terms of voltage and current. Okay, whereas here, because the force is open to air or open, right, there is no boundary to right, for this particular thing. Okay, it is an unbounded media, so therefore the spreading will be more, hence we study in form of electric field and magnetic field. Okay, right. Now, so from this wave equations, these are the general wave equations. Okay, now if in a particular wave, if in a particular EM wave, okay, if I take an EM wave, right, if this EM wave travels only in one particular plane, right, for example, if I consider a coordinate system like this, x, y, z, right, a Cartesian coordinate system, I have three planes, right? What are the three planes? One is xy plane, right? The second is yz plane, and the third is xz plane. Okay, right? Okay, we have three planes, correct? Xy plane, right? Yz plane and zx plane. Okay, so if the wave, if the electromagnetic wave travels only in one particular, right, plane, okay, in one particular plane or one particular coordinate along one coordinate axis, right, then such a waves are called as uniform plane waves, right? So remember the word, right? Uniform plane waves. What are uniform plane waves? Means the waves that are traveling in only one particular direction. Okay, the waves that are traveling in one particular direction or one particular plane. Okay, so for example, if it travels only in xy plane, that means if you say that it is traveling in xy plane, that means it is traveling along z axis like this. Okay, so the wave is propagating along z axis. Okay, right? Okay, okay, if it is traveling along yz plane, that means the wave is propagating along yz plane, means this yz plane, right? So this is the plane, so it is traveling along x axis. Okay, so if it is traveling along x axis, so this is the yz plane, so the wave is traveling like this. What is this axis? X axis. Understood? So xy plane is like this. Okay, xy plane is like this. So the wave is traveling in this direction. In this direction means z axis. Okay, so a wave which travels only in one plane is called as uniform plane wave. Okay, okay, So for a uniform plane wave, the electric field, the magnetic field, and the wave itself, right? Okay, and the direction of the wave propagation, right? The electric field, magnetic field, and the direction of the wave propagation will all be perpendicular to each other. Okay, will all be perpendicular to each other. Okay, right? So a wave in which, right, the wave propagation is only along a particular plane, along one plane or one axis, is called as, right, uniform plane wave. And for any uniform plane wave, right, the direction of propagation and the E bar and the H bar will always be, right, perpendicular to each other. Okay, will always be perpendicular to each other. That means the E bar and H bar will have only one component. Okay, so if E bar has H component, X component, then the H bar will be either Y or Z. Okay, HY or HZ will exist, HX will not exist. Okay, let us say if HY exists, then the plane direction, then the wave will be propagating in Z direction. Okay, okay, because X cross Y will be equal to Z. Okay, all the three have to will be perpendicular to each other. Okay, so if one is in X, other will be in Y, and the wave will propagate, the resultant wave will propagate in Z axis. Okay, understood, ma? Similarly, if right, let's say E is along Y, right, H will be H may be along X or Z. Let us say if it is X, then the wave will propagate along minus Z. Okay, right, Y cross X is minus Z. Okay, similarly, if the wave is, if the E is along Z, let's say the wave is along X, H is along Y, so we will get, right, along Y direction. Okay, so we always, the point here is, okay, all the three things will be perpendicular to each other. Such waves are called as uniform plane waves. Okay, simple point, right? So correct. Now for a uniform plane wave, what will be the wave equation, right? Or what will be the relation between E bar and H bar? Let us derive the relation between E bar and H bar for a uniform plane wave. Okay, there are two things in the derivation. One is a relationship between E bar and H bar. Other is the wave equation, uniform plane wave equation. Okay, so we are deriving two things, right? Yeah. So just quick, right, explanation about this, right? Yeah. So right. Firstly, what is a uniform plane wave? Right. A uniform plane wave is a wave which propagates only in one plane. Okay, that plane may be XY plane or YZ plane or ZY plane. Okay, so that means it propagates along only one particular axis. Okay, right. So this is a uniform plane wave, correct? Now for this, right, okay, let us assume that, right, we are assuming a simple case. What is a simple case? We are assuming that the electric field is along X direction, the magnetic field is along Y direction. We will get also from the, right, from the equations also we will get in such a way. Okay, so I will show you how, right? If right, electric field is along X axis, magnetic field is along Y axis, and the wave will propagate along Z axis. Okay, so that is XY plane. Okay, the wave will be propagating in this plane, XY plane. Okay, yeah. So for that, so therefore, because E is along X axis, we are writing it as EX AX, right? And then H is along Y axis, so we are writing it as HY AY. Okay, then we have assumed that the wave propagates in Z direction. So variation, the space parameter, the del is only along Z. So DZ AZ. Okay, so these are the three things we get. Okay, and now first I will start, right? We are deriving two sets of equation. For the first thing, we are taking del cross H bar, right, is equal to, we got del cross H bar is equal to J into dou D bar by dou T. Why is J, right? J here is representing the current density. So why it is taken as 0? Nothing, there is no specific reason, just for you know, simplicity, the derivation of for derivation simplicity, we are assuming J is equal to 0, but in practice it is not becoming equal to 0, right? So there is a component of j we have to assume. So we can write the other term as epsilon into dou ex by dou t, because d bar is equal to epsilon e bar and e bar is only along x axis, correct? Now del cross h bar, right? Okay, if I solve, right, like this, 0 ax ay az, okay, so del will be 0 0 dou by dou z, right, and this will be 0 hy, right, 0. So del cross h bar will be only along x axis. Remember, this will get, you will get along x axis. So dou by dou z of hy, right, and the direction is ax. Okay, right? So
Sir, we
right?
get minus.
So that means del cross h bar can be written as dou hy by dou z into ax is equal to epsilon into dou e bar by dou t. This is what we get, correct? So this is the relation between e bar and h bar, for a any other. So we get negative in that, in the del, sir. Negative in del. Why? Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Fine. I understood. Right. Okay. Cross product. So because we are taking the second term, right. Sorry. Now I understood. Okay. So this is minus epsilon into dou e bar by dou t. Correct. Okay. Now see here, right? When we are equating the terms, right? Okay. This is the relation. This is one equation, right? Which we called as equation 1. Okay. So this is one equation. So if we observe here, right? Okay. So I am when I am taking the terms, right? E bar has three components: ex along ax, ey along ay, and ez along az, right? But when we equate it, right, we are equating the ax terms. That means this e bar we have to take ex, right? So here we take minus dou ex by dou t, okay, right, is equal to dou hy by dou z along ax, and this is along ax. Okay, so we can observe that if magnetic field is along hy, then only electric field will be along ax. Okay, right, x. Okay, right, hy ex. If I take right, instead of if I take the h bar direction along x axis, let's say hx, okay, like this. Okay, then right from this cross product, if you evaluate the cross product, ax will be 0, but ay term will come. Okay, so when I am equating ay term, so here I get ey. Understood? So if I take the magnetic field as hx, electric field component will be ex. Okay, right? If I take the magnetic field component as hx, the electric field component will be ey. So always they will be opposite, right? Okay, if I take one as x, other will be y. If I take one y, other will be x. Yes, correct, understood, right? So this is the relation between electric field and magnetic field. Okay, this is one relation. Similarly, we can also solve for the other expression or other Maxwell equation. So write this equation as it is. Okay, put this equation as it is, right? Put it here. So what is the expression that we got? Del hy, dou hy by dou z is equal to epsilon into dou ex by dou t minus dou ex by dou t. So put this as equation 1. Okay, put that aside and solve for the other expression. What is the other expression? Other Maxwell equation is del cross e bar is equal to dou b bar by dou t. Okay, so solving for del cross e bar, what is del cross e bar, right? Okay, again if I solve ax ay az, ax ay az, so del value is only along z. Okay, only along z, right? E is only along x. Okay, right? So now, right, del cross e bar will be, right, only component that I get is, right, ax I will not get, ay I will get. Okay, so therefore del cross e bar will be equal to right, dou by dou z of ex, right, ay. Okay. So now equating this, what I get, right? So dou Ex by dou Z, dou Ex by dou Z of Ay is equal to, right, dou by dou T of B bar can be written as mu into H bar, correct? So put that mu outside, so it will be equal to H bar. Okay. Now H bar will be having component along X axis, along Y axis, and along Z axis, right? Okay. So here we have to compare only along Y. That means this H bar will be Hy. Okay. Remember, right? So because we have to take Ay here, so we have to take Hy Ay. So therefore, what I get, dou Ex by dou Z, okay, is equal to mu into, right, dou by dou T of Hy. Okay. So again, same thing. If I have taken Ex, right, I get Hy. Okay. If I take Ey, I'll get Hx. So this is also one more relation, right? Okay. Relation between electric and magnetic field. It can be defined like this, or it can be defined like this. Okay. So, right, these two. So the relation between E bar and H bar is this, right? It is solved up till this point. We can solve up to this point and we can stop it, right? If we are asked to find out the relation between E bar and H bar, then this is the equations. Okay. But if we are asked to find out, if we are asked to demonstrate the uniform plane waves, sir, again it will be minus. Yes. Is it again minus? Yeah. Correct. Okay. Fine. No issues. Thank you. So minus mu into dou H by dou Hy by dou. Correct. Okay. So right. Okay. So if you are asked to find out for the relation, then we will get, we can stop up to this point, right? And we can say that if electric field is taken along X, magnetic field will be along Y. And if it is along Y, right, magnetic field will be along X, because the wave is said to be propagating along Z, right? Okay. So this particular thing can be stopped, or we can also demonstrate the wave nature, right? So uniform plane wave, we are saying the uniform plane wave. So if you are asked to find out the expression for uniform plane wave, then what we have to do is, right, we need to do some more steps. What are the steps? So take this expression, differentiate this expression with respect to T. Okay, differentiate the equation 1 with respect to T. So what I get, dou Hy by, right, dou Z into, now we are adding another differentiation. So dou square Hy by dou Z into dou T is equal to, epsilon is a constant, so put as it is, minus epsilon into, right? So differentiation with respect to T. So again we'll get dou square Ex by dou T square. Correct? Okay, right? So this is the thing. Now similarly, right, take this expression, right, take this expression and differentiate the second equation with respect to Z. Okay, so this with respect to Z, this with respect to T. Okay, so differentiating this expression with respect to Z, what I get, on this side I have dou square, right, Ex by dou Z square is equal to, right, minus mu into, mu is a constant, so this will be dou Hy divided by dou T dou Z. Okay, dou square Hy dou T dou Z. So if I send mu to this side, right, it will be minus 1 by mu. Okay, minus 1 by mu, right, is equal to this thing. So we can observe that this and this are same, right? This part and this part are same. So if these two are same, we can equate these two also, right? So equating them, right, that is epsilon into dou square Ex by dou T square is equal to minus 1 by mu into, right, okay, dou square Ex by dou Z square. Okay, so this gets cancelled, right? Dou square Ex by dou Z square is equal to, right, mu epsilon into dou square Ex by dou T square. Okay, so this is similar to the equation that we derived yesterday, right? Dou square Ex by dou Z square is nothing but the differential operator, right? Del operator. Dou by dou Z is basically del operator, because, right, del has only direction along Z. So this is basically representing del square. Okay, So we can write this expression as, right, I'm rubbing this part, right? So del square, okay, del square Ex is equal to, assuming this as some constant gamma, right, gamma square into Ex, okay, or if I solve everything, then we'll get something like this, okay. So we can say that this is also a second order differential equation, and second order differential equation has two roots. So this solving, we will get the, right, a wave nature, okay, clear. So this is the uniform equation of uniform plane wave. This equation represents the equation of uniform plane wave, okay, for electric field. Similarly, we can solve it for magnetic field also, right? So differentiate this expression with respect to, differentiate the first expression with respect to z, right? Differentiate the second expression with respect to t, opposite, right? 1 ni z తో చేయండి, 2 ని t తో చేయండి. H కాంపోనెంట్స్ మనకు వస్తాయి, ఈ కాంపోనెంట్స్ సేమ్ అవుతాయి, ఓకే. చేస్తే H లో కూడా ఇలాంటి ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్ వస్తుంది, ఓకే. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద, right, uniform plane wave equations, okay.